It's 2017. I am, I believe, 11 or 12 around this time. Um, I had lived with my mother and my stepfather at the time on a dirt road. Uh, I actually won't get the name, but yeah. Um, and I went to a middle school called Aiken Middle, you know, South Carolina, whatever. Um, I had always had this thing where I would see Royce. He didn't go to my middle school, but I would see him, like, at the court or at the store or something. I would always see him, be like, "Hey man, how's it going?" We always were in touch and all that extra whatever. But there's one story where I actually got him to come over. I actually got a connection through his parents or whatever to get him to come over and just hang out. Um, so when we had done that, his parents had drove him, of course, and they came down our dirt road. And as they turn on it, um, the landlord has the very first house when you drive up. When you drive down the road, the very first house on your right was the landlord's house. Obviously, was the nicest house, but they had this dog, and uh, I won't name it, but the dog it was kind of crazy. I mean, it was a sweet dog. It was. But I mean, as a kid, I was like terrified of it because it would always like it had this weird instinct of like hating everybody. Like it just and this story kind of tells me firsthand. But when I went to walk down there because his parents had stopped at the landlord's house because they saw the dog, and I went down there because it'd been a little while. I was like, where are they at? And I just kind of went down there, and I see them. They're parked, and they're just in the car, and this dog's just circling the car, waiting for him to get out, barking. They're not. He's not scratching at the car, surprisingly, but he's just trying to get them to get out. But I I look from a distance and I see him, and I'm like, oh, that's why. So the dog turns around, looks at me, and he just goes full sprint, dude. He's coming right after me, and as he does that, Royce like hops out the car. Dude is like running behind the dog. He gets the dog from the tail, and he was so dumb. But this was this was oh man, this was something else. But he grabbed the dog by the tail. It didn't like pull him or anything. He just kind of grabbed it for a split second. I swear to you, when that dog turned around so fast, when I tell you that was the fastest flick I've ever seen in my life, yeah, that dog turned around and bit that dude in the arm so hard. And we had to take him to the ER, make sure he didn't have anything. We had to tell the landlord. We kind of sued the landlord, like kind of semi-sued. They gave us a little money. Half of that went. I don't think half. I think like the majority of it went to Royce and his bill, but whatever. Um, but yeah, that's just one of those stories that kind of just makes me laugh because at the time it was horrific, but now when we think about it, it's just we just laugh at it. It's one of those things where you're just kind of wow, that really happened that day, man. That was such a long, long time ago, man. Jeez.